Hey guys, welcome back. This is Katie from Whole Nourishment, and today I'm addressing a big hot button topic that I've literally been thinking about for years, and that is how can we eat well without turning helpful nutritional guidelines into rigid rules in another diet and feel guilty, stressed, uptight about our choices, especially when those choices don't fit the mold of what we think we should be eating. Now, this video is for you if you've had a history of dieting, if you are hard on yourself about what you are or are not eating, or if you feel preoccupied about body image, weight, or eating healthfully. You may know that Whole Nourishment has 3 pillars. It's the small things we do in daily life in the way we cook, eat, and think about food and body that actually moves the needle in how we feel in and about our body. Now, this third pillar, thinking, is our mindset and approach to food and body. And it's been a big part in my personal journey to Whole Nourishment and in the work that I do with clients, but it's gotten less attention on the blog. So I'm changing that today. Because remember, our thoughts inform our emotions, and our emotions inform our behavior. And in this online media crazed world that we're living in, there's this hyper obsession with eating healthfully and clean eating, often to the detriment of our own physical and emotional well-being. And if you're at all part of this online world, which I'm guessing you are because you're watching this video, you may follow my food blog, but if you're on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, reading other food blogs or health and nutrition articles, then I bet you know what I'm talking about with this hyper obsession and how it makes you feel about yourself and about your food choices. So I see a great need for a middle of the road approach to food and body and lifestyle, and I call this approach living in the gray. Let's define living in the gray. It's being moderate in our mental approach to food, recognizing that no one food, meal, or set of meals has the power to make us healthy or sick. There's no cure-all or doomsday that happens overnight. It's reframing the internal dialogue we have that we must perfect our diet and be all in or not in at all. Now, living in the gray doesn't give us permission to be neglectful, ignorant, or lazy about taking care of ourselves, but it shifts the focus to the small things we do consistently that help us ride this natural wave that is our food life in a gentler, kinder, more sustainable way. Side benefit, when we adopt this mindset in our food life, it carries over to our broader life and how we think about taking care of ourselves when we work, rest, sleep, and take time to play. Now, small things we can focus on are things like drinking a big glass of water first thing in the morning when we're dehydrated, taking 10 minutes to stretch or do yoga or weight training, or prioritizing greens for lunch and dinner no matter what else we're eating, and whether we feel like it's worth it or not. Because here's the key. When we give energy to the small habits, the small things we do in our daily life, then we'll shift the focus away from this all or nothing approach. Remember, motivation is what gets us started, but habits is what keeps us going. Research backed. Living in the gray is not sold in media because it's not sexy. It's not extreme enough to catch our attention. But we also know that extreme diets and fad diets don't work. And living in the gray is the path forward if we want to have a satisfying, sustainable relationship to food and body. But we must recognize that this online curated food world that we live in is not reality. It's a snapshot in time. Yet, and this is the important part, yet we hold ourselves to a standard based on this snapshot in time, and we judge our choices and feel guilty about our choices based on this standard. But we can change this by focusing on the good things we want to have in our life and bring into our life and find small ways to practice them consistently. So let's wrap this up. There are 4 takeaways here. Embrace living in the gray. Recognize that no one food, meal, or set of meals has the power to make us healthy or sick. Give energy to the small habits and practice them, which will shift our focus away from all or nothing mentality. And recognize the role that the greater society, Instagram, food blogs, and online curated food world has on the unrealistic standards that we set for ourselves. I hope this helps you feel good about where you are on your own journey and be encouraged to focus on the small upgrades you can make in your food habits rather than overwhelmed by this notion that we must perfect our diet and be all in or not in at all. Leave a comment below or like this video by clicking on the little heart icon in the bottom right hand side of the blog post if you like this video, and please share this video with anybody in your life who you think could benefit from this living in the gray mindset on food, body, and lifestyle. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.